News 5 begins now with breaking news.
The eyes of the country are upon us.
Now it's 6, nearly 10 months after Akron police shot and killed Jayland Walker, a grand jury has returned its decision.
The grand jury just a little while ago issued what is called a no bill.
There will be no indictment for the 8 police officers involved in that shooting.
The law allows officers to use deadly force to defend themselves or others against a deadly threat.
But tonight, as reaction comes in and the city braces for what's to come, there are calls for calm within the community.
Let's honor the life of Jayland Walker by emerging not only better, but more united. We are better together.
Now, that decision by the grand jury that charges should not be filed in the deadly shooting death of Jayland Walker was announced by Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost a few hours ago.
Now, we have full team coverage in Akron tonight, covering the latest updates from the Attorney General, the Akron Police Department, and the family of Jayland Walker. But first, we start with the Attorney General and his press briefing earlier this afternoon. Now, of course, the big news is the no bill decision from the grand jury, meaning no criminal charges for the officers who shot and killed Jayland Walker. This comes after the grand jury sat for about more than a week in this case, and we did not learn the names of those 8 officers in this case. The Attorney General said that's because the officers of the individuals have not been criminally charged. Now, we also want to tell you News 5 investigator Scott Knoll has been following the latest in this case. Scott, what do you have?
Yeah, Courtney, after that news conference, we're learning even more about this case tonight. The Attorney General's office has released the full investigative file. That includes documents, interviews, and video that's been collected over the last 10 months. Now, one of those documents is what's called a prosecutor's summary. It outlines some of the big findings in the case. Now, one of the big questions throughout all of this was Jayland Walker's state of mind. What would cause a 25-year-old with no criminal history to flee police and, according to investigators, fire a shot out of his car as police chased him? We've reported before that Walker's fiancée died in a car crash in late May. According to that prosecutor's summary, Walker was having what investigators called a difficult time dealing with her death. According to prosecutors, that included internet searches from Walker's Google account that included the phrases drinking bleach and, quote, quickest ways to die. Those were about 17 days before Walker was shot and killed by police. Investigators say Walker also bought a gun 1 week before his death. However, a prosecutor said today he didn't want to speculate as to what Walker was thinking at the time, but said an autopsy did not find alcohol nor drugs in Walker's system when he died.
Going through a very tough time, and he was hurting. And that night that he encountered the police, he was not acting himself. By all accounts, this was a good man, a good person, with no prior criminal record. So he was not acting himself.
Walker was shot and killed, shot approximately 46 times, investigators say, by Akron police. The Glock handgun he had just bought was found inside his car and was not on Walker when he ran from police and was shot. Live in Akron, I'm News 5 investigator Scott Knoll.
Okay, Scott, no, we appreciate that update. And Akron Mayor Dan Horgan and Police Chief Stephen Mylett spoke less than 30 minutes ago. News 5's Bob Jones was there with what they had to say. Bob?
Well, Courtney, we heard from Akron Police Chief Steve Mylett, the mayor of the city of Akron, Dan Horgan, and the safety director, Clarence Tucker. They all acknowledge the tensions are very high in the city, but they also said they want calm in the city. They are calling for peace. They stressed that the death of Jayland Walker was a tragedy for the entire community, especially for the Walker family. The police chief said the grand jury made the decision to not indict the officers. They did not commit a crime, but he said that doesn't diminish the tragedy that happened. Now there will be an internal investigation that will take place where the police department will review the actions of all of the 8 officers and determine if they violated any policy, and if so, should they be disciplined. There have been many calls from the public to have the names of those 8 officers be released, but the police chief said again today he's not doing that.
My primary responsibility as chief of police in this city is to ensure for the safety and security of everyone that calls Akron home and the public that travels through it. But I'm also responsible for the safety and welfare of our employees, Akron's police officers. And over the last several months, there have been numerous threats that have been made against officers, and for that reason, we will not be releasing their identities.
All of the city officials at today's news conference stressed that they will support the right of the public to go out and protest if they feel that that is necessary. There's a demonstration zone that is set up on High Street right by the courthouse and the police department that is there for the safety of people who want to demonstrate. However, they did say they will not tolerate and they will make arrests if anyone turns violent. Live in Akron tonight, Bob Jones, News 5.
Okay, Bob, thank you very much. There is more. In response to the grand jury's decision, Akron Public Schools are closed tomorrow. A number of businesses across the city have been boarded up in anticipation of demonstration. Religious and community leaders calling for peace and unity. They stressed the right to protest, but they urge demonstrators to keep those protests peaceful.
I do understand the outrage. I want to be very clear. I've had my own experiences in my life. I can personally identify with the outrage.
We just want justice, and justice could look, very different to different people. So I think it's just a situation that we just have to pray.
Protests were mostly peaceful last summer in the days after the shooting itself, but there was vandalism and other unrest.
Now, the family of Jayland Walker and the attorneys for the family are set to speak any moment now, but we wanted to take a closer look at how we all got here. News 5 investigator Tara Morgan has been covering this story since the shooting 10 months ago. Tara joins us from the Walker Family Church. Tara?
Right, and just out of the corner of my eye, I can see Kenna Barno, and I can see Bobby DiCello and Pamela Walker. They're all about to come in here to the church to give their statements about what has happened today. We expect to hear from Bobby DiCello, Pamela Walker, and Jada Walker in a case that has gripped this community over the last 9 months.
June 27, 2022. Jayland Walker dies after being shot by 8 Akron police officers. What happened just minutes before? Police say 2 officers tried to stop Walker for equipment and moving violations. He didn't stop, so officers ended up chasing him onto Route 8. Grabbing something and a shot came out through his door. Police say officers heard a gunshot coming from Walker's car, and an ODOT camera captured what police believe was a muzzle flash. Minutes later, Walker jumped from the car, unarmed and wearing a ski mask, and runs away. Police opened fire for 7 seconds. The 8 officers who shot at Walker are all put on administrative leave.
We love Jayland. He was my skinny little nephew. And we miss him.
June 30th, protests begin outside the Akron Justice Center. Walker's family and their attorneys publicly question what happened.
This is not a monster. This is not a man who ever caught a crime in his life.
Preliminary autopsy records show Walker was found on his back in handcuffs. The following day, Walker's family calls for peace. July 3rd, police released body camera video of the chase and shooting. Footage shows a taser is used seconds before the gunshots.
When you see it in real time, it's very hard to distinguish what Mr. Walker is doing.
The officers' faces are blurred and their names withheld. Police say a shell casing was found on Route 8, consistent with the gun found in Walker's car. A gun, magazine, and ring are found on the driver's seat.
Each officer, independent of each other, related that they felt that Mr. Walker had turned and was motioning and moving into a firing position.
Demands grow for accountability and the officers to be fired. July 4th, protests are largely peaceful, but after some businesses are damaged, Akron issues a citywide curfew. Roughly 50 are arrested. During a trip to Cleveland, President Biden says the Justice Department and FBI are monitoring the Walker case. Walker's uncle calls for policy change.
We're talking about changing what needs that's broke. That's all.
The next day, Akron Chief Stephen Milet sits down for a one-on-one interview, telling me BCI started formal interviews of the officers. The chief explained the handcuffs on Walker's body is protocol as